I've never had a chance to attend my own funeral before, but now I know what it will look like. I know I'm the last speaker before you get the chance to leave, so I will try to be brief. What I just would like to communicate is that I took a great deal of pleasure in working with this industry a long time ago, and I enjoyed working with Gary when he had more hair and I had darker hair. But when I was working with that industry, I always remembered something that I read when I was a young boy, and it stuck with me. Because I read that a young man who was roughly the age that I was when I was working with the Home Recording Rights Coalition, almost exactly the same age, this young man was given a task of defining what he thought this country was about. And he spent 4 days writing it, and he gave it to others, and they said, we really can't improve on it. And what he wrote some 230 years ago was, among other things, a sentence that is the most famous sentence in the English language. And it is this: we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they're endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, from the time that that was written until today, those words have echoed around the world, and people have thought this is what this country stands for: the right to pursue life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And in my own life, these things have always struck with me, and I've thought, as I've gotten more fortunate in life, that I wanted to remind people about these important rights that we have: the political rights and the economic rights, the rights of liberty, the rights to pursue happiness. And one of the reasons I like to buy historic documents and put them on display is so that people can be reminded of the great rights that we have in this country, how fortunate we are, that the rights that are embodied in the Magna Carta are now embodied in our Bill of Rights, our Constitution, our Declaration of Independence. And I want people to know this, because it's incredible how few people actually realize what our history is and where we have come from. And so my theory has been, by putting these documents on display, more people will have a chance to know them. And so I take great pride in doing that, and I take great pride in having, in the economic world, pursued freedom as well. I had a modest background in business, which is to say no background in business. My understanding of economics was limited. I managed to get inflation to 19% in the Carter years. Very difficult to do. Very difficult to do. And I guarantee you I will not be invited back into government unless there is a deflation problem and they want inflation back. But I've been fortunate that when I left the government, I ultimately started the firm that no one, as you can see on the video, took seriously, including my mother. Had she been interviewed, she didn't take us seriously either. She told me that I was ending my career by starting this firm. But by being able to innovate and do something that hadn't been done before, what we did in our firm was we disrupted the existing industry. Just as your industry disrupts other industries and your companies disrupt other companies, what we did is we disrupted the world of private equity. We taught people in New York that private equity can be done anywhere, can be done in Washington, D.C., and we changed the way that that world operates. And as a result of that, I've been very fortunate. And I've decided that I want to repay my obligation to this country by not only buying these historic documents and putting them on display, but essentially by giving away my entire net worth to benefit other people. And so, to me, the highest calling of mankind, really, is to help other people. The word philanthropy is an ancient Greek word that means love other people. It doesn't mean giving away money. And I tell people all the time, if you want to help other people, which is the most important thing you can do on the face of the earth, do it with your time, your energy, your money, whatever you might have. In my case, I've been very fortunate financially, and what I intend to do is to give away the bulk of my money in things that will help the country, remind people of the great fortune we've had, help people who have been less fortunate than I have been, help people that didn't have the good luck that I've had. And so I encourage all of you, think about it yourself. I try to remind myself every day, what am I trying to do on this face of the earth to make the world a better place? Now, all of you have had a chance to do that as well, and many of you have made the world a better place in your own companies and your own thoughts and your own families. But it's something that drives me to try to make sure that I have justified my existence on this earth by trying to do something that makes the world a better place in a modest way, whatever I can do. And I think that's one of the things that your industry is all about, making the world a better place, making the world safe for the kind of economic freedoms and political freedoms that I found in those documents and that I pursued in my company. So I want to thank this organization and Gary Shapiro in particular for giving me an opportunity to remind you that I take great pride in what you have accomplished, and what I'm trying to do to live up to the principles that you have fought for is to spend my time trying to make the world a better place in a modest way that I can do so and give back to this country. Now, everybody wants the word patriot associated with them. Of course, when Gary told me about this award, I looked up the word patriot and said, wow, I'm a patriot now. But I'm really not a patriot. A real patriot is somebody that works for the government of the United States or any other government, teaching children, doing work as a fireman, working as a policeman, doing the kind of work where you don't make the kind of money that I'm fortunate to make, but doing it because they're trying to make a world a better place and they don't care about money. Those are patriots. Patriots are people who've served in the armed services at very modest salaries and have given up their lives and given up their arms and their limbs and given up their family lives. Those are true patriots. So I'm proud to take this award, but I do it in the shadow of people that I think are truly patriots, the people who have served our country and the people and men and women in our armed services. Thank you very much.